o mi o mi o que mi na now mi o. Now mi o now mi o que mi o mi na mi o now mi o now mi o que mi o mi now mi o now mi o mi na mi que. O na mi now o mi o mi o na o mi o na mi na mi now o na mi now o mi o mi o na o mi o now o mi 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 now o mi. O na mi now o mi o mi o na o mi o na mi now o na mi now o mi o mi o na o mi o now o mi 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 now o mi. Na mi o now mi o mi now o na mi o mi mi o mi mi o mi que mi na mi o now mi o mi now o na mi o mi mi o mi mi o mi que na que o mi mi o. O mi now o mi now o mi na mi que now que o mi na mi que na que o na mi o now mi o mi now o na mi o mi mi o mi mi o mi que mi na mi o now me o me now. O me o me que na que o me o.
Alrighty. Give me a moment to catch my breath. I literally just like got home and I'm trying to shove food into my mouth as I'm getting the stream started because I didn't realize how long my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament was going to take. All right. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for Cricket tuning in. I'm Cricketoon. I do apologize for the lateness of the stream. The tournament itself didn't go as long as usual, but the store wanted to open up a case of the latest side set, Quarter Century Bonanza, which I did open a box of that last stream. But this time it was a case. It was like a whole bunch of boosters. Me and three other guys helped open it, but it still took us like well over an hour to get them all opened, and then pick out the cards we wanted and bought. And by the time I got that, it was like, oh shit, it's 9:30. I was supposed to be home like an hour ago. But thankfully, I have tomorrow off because it's Remembrance Day and everything's closed, so we can push it a little late tonight. I'll still aim for 3 hours. That'll be the planned length for the stream. And for tonight's stream, we'll continue on in Final Fantasy XIV, like I said, because I'm still need to complete Dawntrail, the main I can't formulate words right now. The main story introduced in the actual expansion. So that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on for the next 3 hours. That's pretty much all I had to say. Get right into it, or a little bit. I'm still trying to eat my supper right now, so I may be a little delayed in some spots. Give me a sec. Right. Now I'm back up. What am I eating now? I got a big ass slice of pepperoni pizza. There's a pizza place in my area that sells like massive slices for like $9 Canadian after tax. They don't have a lot of toppings on them, but they work, but they're pretty good. Pizza's bad for me? No, it isn't. Pizza's good shit. Why do you think pizza's bad? Oh boy, roof tiles. Yeah, sure. Oh, that's a tabletop. Okay, so that should actually go into my housing inventory. Also, thanks for Cricket tuning in, Knight. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Go ahead and get this Halloween event item into my housing inventory. There we go. I processed tomato sauce with preserves. That could be on this pizza. I don't know. I don't need anything repaired, okay. Oh, bread has nothing but preserves and empty carbs. Who cares? It's food. Kind of depressing how that entire area is now, like, dead. And this whole stretch is depressing. Where we were last at, we were in this area. Oh, I can't automatically write it myself. I'm doing all right. Did pretty well at my Yu-Gi-Oh tournament today. I was actually participating for once. But I got late when we had to do a fourth round, so me and my opponent just decided on like rock paper scissors or something. He unfortunately won. But I at least placed, and that was nice. Isa. Brownie. That must be a hunt. Oh, no, I guess not. No, that's an actual enemy. Okay, they didn't even reskin him. That is legit a Paiza. They were introduced in Heavensward. Black Friday? Yep. We even though we don't have Thanksgiving at the same time as you guys, yeah, we apparently recognize Black Friday, which is kind of silly to me anyway. But yeah, we're bound to have some places, some of our stores going, hey, it's time for Black Friday sales and shit like that. And the worst part is they won't even seem like sales either. I probably won't know. Not unless the deal is like really, really good or something. Ah, there it is. Did get the previous two of these in this area. Skip. I didn't get that one because it was going to be on the way. Continue on with the main story, which I think we have to participate in a play.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado,
Hey, there's me.
yeah, it's a royal knight.
I missed a screenshot, though. Look.
I beg your pardon? What a twist!
Oh, unbelievable.
Oh, you like it.
Ha!
Yeah.
Got him.
I am killed.
There's me. Getting all these screenshots. I'm never in full plate mail.
Princess Sphene!
Look at her go.
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dearest? And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The good Queen Sphene, shining vision of hope, among them.
Good death. Uh-oh. Otis is having flashbacks.
Go to her! You're supposed to go to her! What's happening?
Is it over already?
Season up.
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion, oh boy, they, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they built a peaceful and prosperous Alexandria. A new Alexandria.
I guess the place got salvaged.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
All's well that ends well. I wouldn't dwell on it.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder, do you hail from a time after mine own?
We do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word, that I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria, does it still exist?
Tough question to answer.
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures.
Oh.
The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live. I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
Oh, that's good.
You were there too, Otis. That is, an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject.
That you did. That's who we met in the robot.
No. It is a fog I cannot pierce. But pray, tell me, this incarnation of myself, what was he like?
Proud and valiant knight of the realm. Both answers were good, but
That's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
It's a miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is. We bear the legacy of your other self, and we'd be glad to bear yours as well.
My, what comfort you offer! With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed. I beg you, watch over our new king. The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Galul Jar, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis. I swear.
And then everyone nods. Now it's time to go and disable the machine that keeps them all alive. Terminal. Or if the form of an endless reflects their happiest self, it means they died before they grew up or grew up to find no greater happiness. Already explored enough of the area.
That night, he was the one who looked after Galulja. And now you follow in his footsteps.
And those of others as well. We've come to know how much Sphinx people loved her, how much they yearned for peace. All of this we'll carry with us.
I see.
Oh, that's depressing. Now it's a dead amusement park. Those are the worst kind of amusement parks. Of course, there's 2 quests to do. Change with the Meso Terminal. So let's do opportunity to visit another zone. Azle Volcan. Okay. Now we're going to go and do these two quests that have popped up, especially this one. This one will unlock an aether current, so that way I can eventually learn how to fly. Plants are still around, yeah. All the color's gone from the place now. Clerk's still here, though. Yeah, it's at his service. Can't go on the merry-go-round. Kid here. Brotherly bonds know no barrier. Recognize you from the foundling celebration. If I'm not the only one who got left behind, then maybe he's still... I'm looking for my brother, you see. The two of us were hardly ever apart, which is why I'm starting to think I'll be stuck here until we're reunited. Eastern land like this, I'm worried about overlooking something. Would you mind coming with me? If you're able to help, just say the word. Already checked near the air cap station, so let's head for the Bergmar ring. This guy's following us. We gotta make our way back to the merry-go-round. Hopefully without aggroing anything. Fun to ride and beautiful too, especially when it was all lit up. Seeing it always used to make me happy. Some of the naughty kids used to have competition to see how far they could launch their shoes while they were riding it. Once someone accidentally sent their shoe flying right into Otis when he was on patrol. You should have seen the look on their face. Strange seeing this place so empty now. No signs of my brother either. Take a look near the Esperance wheels next. Now we're going to go to the Ferris wheel. Remember a game some of us used to play here. Two people would split up and ride on opposite wheels. When the cabins got close enough, we'd reach out and try to link hands. It's quite the stretch, and you had to do all that while the cabins were moving. It's a miracle none of us got hurt. Apparently, any pair that pulled it off would share an unbreakable bond. I was always a bit skeptical, though. Still, part of me wishes I'd given it a try with my brother. Speaking of, there's no sign of him here either. I mean, there's no sign of anyone. I thought he might have wandered this way to get a glimpse of the wheels up close, but I should have known better. No doubt he'd rather be tinkering with a ceruleum engine than taking in the sights. Have ceruleum in Alexandria as well? What? Don't tell me you're from Tuliolal too. I could have sworn I saw someone just like you when I was getting on the train that day. Oh, he was on the train. That mean people found a way of getting through the barrier after I died? To think of it, there was another familiar face during that performance at the castle. That was Val Wooklamat with you, wasn't it? I don't know why I didn't realize it at the time. Oh, so this kid recognizes Wooklamat. Sorry, this is a lot to take in. If you have news of the outside world, pray tell me all you know. Boneless fruit? No, I don't think I have, and I don't think it exists either. Let's see. No. Oh. Oh. The kid's an old man. No fruit has bones in it. They can have seeds, which probably could be considered bones, but no. Fruit doesn't have bones. Ever since we were children, my brother and I have always been inseparable. When Dawn Servant Koana first brought ceruleum to Tyrol, we both marveled at its potential, and together helped develop the dirigible technology that our society came to rely on. So too were we charmed by the railroads of Shaolani. On that fateful day we parted ways. Since then I've only known the confines of the dome. Val Wooklamat took the stage with you. She appeared much as she did the day of the Ascension ceremony, and as a living person, no less. Might I ask how Tuliolal fares? Hardly any time has passed beyond the barrier. People are still getting used to the new Dawn servants. When I boarded the train, my brother decided to stay behind in Shaolani to inspect the facilities nearby. If the world outside the dome is much the same as it was then, I can only assume he is alive and well. If that's the case, I suppose the search of mine was rather futile. He's out there, living his life to the fullest. Nothing in the world could bring me more joy. The years we spent together were some of the happiest of my life. Not a moment went by that I didn't wish to return to those halcyon days. That isn't to say the life I've built here hasn't been worthwhile. I drew strength from those who met the same fate in Usalani that day, and learned much and more from the engineers I became acquainted with. It took time, but I finally see this period of my life was just as joyful, just as fulfilling. Were it not for the news you shared, I may never have come to this realization. Thank you. In the end, perhaps all I needed was assurance that my dear brother is alive and well. There he goes. I had to go for this one. Watch this kid transforms into an old person. Flexing puzzles, endless fun. Hey, mister, can you believe it? I just finished setting up a brand new game for my friends, and they've only gone and disappeared. Unbelievable. It took me ages to think of all the clues and hide them around town. This was all for nothing. Hold on, I've got an idea. Why don't you give it a go? Trust me, you'll have a great time. Being the only living person in here. Here's the first riddle. By yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. See if you can figure it out where I've hidden the next clue. By yesterday's gate, huh? Find a hidden scrap of parchment inscribed with the next clue. 4 lamps loom over streets of glass, but only one true light shines on Her Majesty. Western street lamp, maybe? Yep. Over the river, in spite of the spiral, behind the pointy hat hides the shrubs you seek. An air cab station, okay. We're physically near you. Shit. One final clue to go. The princess awaits your return. Yes, you also need the password. I want to be your canary. Princess awaits the return. Go back to the castle. Yeah. Castle. Beef bacon. I don't think I ever have tried beef bacon. The only bacon I've ever eaten was pork. It's typically what bacon's made out of. No, I don't think I've ever had it beef. That probably tastes good. I want to greet your kitty. I want to feed your pony. Passed with flying colors. Now that you're finished, I thought I'd tell you how I came up with my clues. Yeah, sure. First clue was, by yesterday's gate stands a tiny mountain piled high. Of course, I meant the entrance to Yesterland and a stack of crates a few steps away. There was one kid who used to hang around by the gate and make sure any newcomers quickly got the lie of the land. Pretty nice of him, right? Next one, the 4 lamps looming over streets of glass. Well, they're the street lights in Starglass. The bit about one true light shining on Her Majesty because you were supposed to look for the street lamp closest to the Mezzo terminal. From there, you can see Queen's Fiend statue from in between the air cab rails. The third part of the puzzle, my clue was over the river inside of the spiral behind the pointy hat hides the shrub you seek. The river I'm talking about is the old Electro River, and the spiral is the air cab station case. And the pointy hat? Easy. That's the building with the funny shaped roof. Whenever we used to play hide and seek, it was always a popular spot. I figured it'd be a great place to leave a clue. Last clue about the princess waiting for your return? Well, I wrote that because princesses live in castles, and that's where I was waiting. Trying to hear about the password too, though. I want to be your canary is the code we'd use when we needed to keep something secret. It's the title of an old play about a princess who falls in love with a commoner. That's the great thing about this game. It's not just about having fun, it's also a great introduction to Yesterland for anyone who's just arrived. Everyone knows about the Bugmar ring and the Esperance wheels, don't they? I wanted to take folks off the beaten trail and make sure they learned our password. Though I guess I won't need it anymore. Still, I'm glad you played my game, mister. I'll go for a last wander around the place. It's been fun. Thank you. Poor girl probably disappears off screen. There, now we just continue on with the main story. This boneless fruit sounds silly, while beef bacon probably sounds pretty good. I'm also slightly tired. It's expensive? Oh, I bet it is. Yeah, you probably have to take extra care to actually, like, prepare that stuff. Sanctuary of the Strong. Fight with courage and honor that your legend may resound forevermore in the arena of valor. Well, this must be the fight ring. Music's lively. It's only illusion. It's only an illusion. What's this now? Don't tell me you're afraid of the lava. Not on your life. It isn't even real, is it? Oh, definitely not. But don't take my word for it. Jump in and see it for yourself. No need. I believe you. That there is the terminal. Get to it via the caverns that run through the volcano. I'll go on ahead and wait for you. Take care around the wildlife now. Hey, Aaronville. explore alone. You needn't worry. I'll give the wildlife a wild birth. Ironville, he's still coming to terms with it. Hardly blame him. Let's leave him be for now. Aye. Come on, let's get moving ourselves. Second here, just double checking something in the background. Okay. It's a lava crab. We're going over to the round building. You guys are explaining. You're talking about this area. Wait for the enemies to move around a bit. Found her. Now look who came this way too. Great minds, as they say. Appears to be a fighting arena. Is it also a recreation of a natural place? In all likelihood. While I don't know the details, I understand such facilities were once common across the land. Though it's closed at the moment, even Solution 9 has the Arcadian. It may well be a legacy of the past. Anyway, it seems the next match is about to begin. I've already spectated my fill. I'll move on, but you ought to head inside for a look. Oh, took too long charging his spell. And he's down.
That rather resembles Arcanima, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree because I am an Arcanist.
Indeed. While similar arts could have developed independently across reflections, this verges on being identical.
Uh-oh. The two Lalafels in the vision that the warrior had. Kryle's parents.
Is something wrong?
I think your parents are behind you.
What?
Do we know each other from somewhere?
Come on, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I must be going.
Wait, please!
You're new here, I gather. It may seem strange at first, but give it time. You'll grow accustomed to it soon enough.
Of course they wouldn't, Knight. They handed her off when she was a baby. They don't even know that Kryle's all grown up now.
No, I'm not. Rather, I'm. Oh, what can I say? Of course. This earring. Do you recognize it?
Impossible.
My name is Kryle. When I was a baby, I was taken from this world to another, where I grew up without knowledge of my past. I know not how much time has passed for you, and, things may not be as you expect them to be, but I'm here now. I found my way back. This earring, it contained a code with which I was able to reopen the gate. And I did, and I'm here. And...
Could it be as she claims?
She's not lying. I can tell. And there is no mistaking the earring. Oh.
Aww.
How you've grown, my darling daughter.
it has been 20 years.
Whether their nose is small, that's a trait of the Lalafels. They don't have big noses.
Yes, names. I'm Robor, and this is Alila, your mother. Doubtless, we have a mountain of questions for each other, but perhaps we can take this somewhere quieter? The heat wells, for instance. There's a spot there where we can relax and chat.
Kryle would actually meet her parents. Yep. be that the system orchestrated this reunion as well? There's also much to take in. I'm struggling to collect my thoughts. We get materia from that. Was it Aether? Something. Yeah. All purchases come with a free plush doll, free of charge while supplies last. Should be an Aether current on the other side of the arena. Yeah, there it is. I don't like this guy standing next to it. The stands aren't particularly full. This girl's enjoying one hell of an ice cream cone. Hey, the referee was full of shite. Oh, it's blocked off by lava. Okay. Third one, of course. Specifically the third one. Is the best spot for spectating. Especially get a much better view, yeah. Apparently show up to a couple and show them jewelry where they would adopt me. I don't think that's how it would work. Worked here because they actually recognized the earring. The taste of family. Delicious and nutritious. I thought myself prepared for the possibility to actually come face to face with my parents was overwhelming. Saw someone's earrings. I don't think that would work either. Having been parted for them as an infant, I'm not sure how to behave. Take your time. After everything that's happened, you deserve to do so. You have many things to say to one another. Now you can say them. This is a meeting to be cherished. Just do what comes natural, eh? Thank you, everyone. I'll make the most of our time together. And shutting down the terminal for this area is going to really hurt. Steel should take all the money and run. Okay, I think the first thing we want to do, though, is tune to that aetherite. This section has its own aetherite, as does the other area, too. sauna. Outdoor sauna. This one's the deep pool. I look away for only a moment. She goes off and buys another ice cream cone. What if I wanted one too? Oh, now she's got the ice cream doesn't look as big compared to when the kid was holding it. Same animation. This isn't No Man's Sky. There's not much to do in No Man's Sky at the moment. Thank you for Cricket tuning in right now. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Strange feeling to be reunited with you beyond death. Companions. What are they called? I completely forgot to introduce them. Over here is Wuklamat, Vow of Resolve of Tuliolo. Beside her is Grahatia, my colleague and the students of Baldessian. And this is Crick, an adventurer, though that hardly does him justice. He is the most dependable of friends to whom I owe my life. Word. Clearly I have a great deal of thanks to give, don't we, dear? You're watching Bleach 1000-Year Door? That's fair. I understand. I ended up starting late today because Yu-Gi-Oh! Night took a little too long. Yes, we do. Our heartfelt gratitude to you all. Yes. The smoothest of beginnings, is it? Had some Zbruk Pibble to ease the way, am I right? Wait, that's not a bad idea. How the hell are we gonna make that, though? No, I said Yu-Gi-Oh! Night as in the time of day. Hey, are you hungry? We could bring you something to eat if you'd like. Thank you, but we're fine. You know, it's quite hot here by the springs. Something cold would be lovely. Understood. We'll fetch you all treats that'll help you cool you off. I wouldn't want to be a bother, but... Nah, that's our job. Nothing of it. This is what friends are for. Thank you. We shall look forward to the cool treats. Definitely gonna have Brooks Pibble or whatever it was called. Well conceived, Wuklamat. What I learned in Yaktel to use. I had to mention a potential problem, however, is that food here tastes like nothing to the living. Seriously? I had no idea. So it appears to be perfectly enjoyable for the endless. In going along with the idea, Kral likely understands this. May not instantly break the ice, but I'm hopeful it'll help the thought. So shall we split up and look for what Alayla requested? Something cold, ironically. It's supposed to be a special moment, so I say we go with the best treat there is. One that'll leave an impression. The locals ought to be able to recommend something. I wanted to ask people near the Aetherite Crick. Rahatia and I will do the same elsewhere. Right. Well, nice of the quest to actually lead us to the frickin' Aetheryte. Needed to go. Not that we already attuned to it. It's annoying that there's no, like, direct way. Oh, it's a fire yeti. It's florid, man. After a long hot soak like that, I'm gonna need a Gold Star ice cream. Why, you don't know Gold Star ice cream? It's only the most popular treat here in Azul Volcane. Well, it's a little tricky to tuck into. You can't come here and not try it. There's a stall just to the southwest, so you have no excuses. Gold Star ice cream. That's probably the big ass ice cream that I've been seeing on those two NPCs. Snack to have today. Yeah, you want a recommendation for something tasty and cold? The stall doesn't have that sort of thing, I'm afraid. Speaking of something cold, I could use an iced drink with my snack. I'd like a coffee. Actually, a tea might be better, or even a lemonade. Ah, but can't go past a beer. Yeah, let's make it a white beer today. White beer, great. Cold treat that'll leave impression. That's a difficult one. Azul Volcane is home to fighters, so the food here is mostly the hearty and filling kind. Ah, right, there's a popular star to the southwest that just might have what you're after. Why don't you go and take a look? Stall to the southwest seems to be promising. All the way down there. How can dead people have a baby? They probably just outright can't. You're talking about Kral's parents. They were alive 20 years ago, is what the characters have been saying. "20 years ago, they probably had the baby. Then they transferred the baby. They went through the gate into Tuliolol and handed the baby off to what was he? Yeah, Galif Baldessian. Then he took her in as his daughter, named her Kryle Baldessian, and that was that. And when her parents went back into the gate, they probably died soon after. Yeah, that's the big ass ice cream. When I spoke with recommended Gold Star ice cream, those colorful balls stacked on top of each other. That'd be the ice cream, I take it. I see the appeal, but it's going to be hard to deliver it intact. We need 3 servings, so let's help get Graha to carry them. Just leave it to me, transportation expert. There seem to be vessels for carrying 3. Are you sure about this? This is half the quest line. Time for us to have a timed run from here and back. 3 servings coming right up. Here you are. You want to be quick so it doesn't melt, but also be careful so it doesn't collapse. You have 2 minutes and 5 seconds. I like how we're actually carrying a little. We're actually carrying a little thing of. Oh, that's fucking adorable. I wish this was an emote. Me, what an amazing looking treat. Thank you so much. Still too shy
Never
to
did we imagine that such a reward awaited us. Isn't that so, Robor?
Yes.
Oh, don't mind your father. Like me, he's still getting used to seeing you all grown up. This is just excruciating.
I don't know what happened to the Nintendo and Power World lawsuit. It's still in the works. Power World actually, Pocket Pair, the company that makes Power World, actually announced that they are continuing. They're considering taking like legal action. Like they're actually going to try to challenge it or something. They revealed what patents were actually the patents that Nintendo are trying to accuse them of infringing on or something like that. But Pocket Pair says they are going to go ahead with court proceedings or something like that. That's what I've heard. So it's still happening.
Yes, well, a 20-year blank is not so quickly filled.
Even so, there's got to be something we can do.
You know, I think I might have an idea.
Oh, where's he going? Where are you going, Graha?
Raha?
I have ice cream too. What the hell are you doing?
What is he doing?
Oh, he's been being silly to make them laugh, or to remind them that they're supposed to be eating ice cream.
Oh, you needn't force yourself.
It doesn't taste of anything to the living, surely.
No, it's delicious.
Does ice cream melt in the afterlife? I don't know if this particular iteration would melt.
I mean it. I've never tasted anything so good.
Oh, did you have to do
It
noises?
really does taste so much better when we're all together.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly craving dessert. How about you?
Raha just walks up and immediately starts downing his fucking ice cream.
Truly, we've never felt so happy in all our lives. We don't know how to thank you. But at the very least, we can give you some answers. You've risked so much and come so far from them after all.
'Tis our understanding you are researching a power called interdimensional fusion. Will you tell us about it?
To begin at the very beginning, there is a legend passed down by our people, the Milala.
Which are the Lalafels of this reflection.
In the distant past, we abided in a different world. Our homeland was a paradise of eternal summer. The flowers were always in bloom. Until, that is, a great calamity turned the very seas to ice. As those around them froze to death, Our ancestors looked to a mighty relic for salvation. By its power, they opened a portal and used it to flee to another reality.
I'm looking up some shit in the background here. Because when this guy manages a great calamity, turn the very seas to ice, that would be the 5th umbral calamity that the source suffered from. Yeah, because one thing about the storyline is that what the Asians, the bad guys who kind of no longer exist at this point, they were trying to take the reflections of the universe and try to smash them back into the source, and to do that they had to cause a great calamity on the reflection, but then do a similar event in the source, so that way they could actually meld together. So when this guy who suffered a great calamity of ice, that's the reflection being more attuned to the ice element, which then allowed it to get formed to the source when the source had suffered a similar situation, which in the game's lore is the 5th umbral calamity, or the calamity of ice. So it mentions here on the Final Fantasy Wiki that the Calamity of Ice is actually shrouded in mystery, much like the preceding 4th Astral Era. Where it notes that the blood-brine sea north of Eorzea was frozen solid. The Kote tribes, once exiled to Ilsabard by the Allegan Empire nearly 2 millennia prior, migrated en masse across the frozen sea. Wallafell residents of Alaulo Island completely disappeared when their island home froze over. Oh, okay. Okay, now it just added here. By its power, they opened a portal and used it to flee to another reality. Okay, so that's where the Lalafell residents of Alaulo Island, which is a dungeon in an optional dungeon that you can do in this game, where it says here they completely disappeared when their island home froze over. So that's this. It is later revealed they used an artifact called the Key to escape into the 9th reflection, where they learned came to be called as Milala. So these guys were originally from the source, but then they teleported. They teleported from the source to the 9th reflection to avoid the Calamity of Ice. The 5th umbral calamity rejoined the 6th shard to the source. Yeah, so Kryle's parents are originally from the source, but they fled to the 9th reflection using the mighty relic that he just mentioned here.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership. Desperate as we were, we accepted their help, only to later discover their ulterior motive: to plunder other worlds of ether. Seeking to frustrate their plans, we defected from the Order, and as their agents closed in on us, we seized control of the prototype gate and activated it.
What followed you already know. We sent our daughter and the key through the portal, entrusting them to the men we encountered. You were born with an unusual gift, you see. Upon learning of it, preservation sought to subject you to experiments.
That gift is probably the Echo, because she is an Echo user.
An unusual gift. The Echo, I dare say.
Our people, the Milala. Are there any ways I might learn more about them?
Too much work trying to figure all that shit out, yeah. I'm sorry to lore dump like that, but I kind of wanted some clarification.
Inside the volcano. Our ancient homeland has been recreated there.
Oh, so we get to learn more about the Milalas inside the volcano.
While it's intended to serve as an entertaining diversion, it ought to teach you a thing or two about our history and traditions.
May we go there? Selfish though it may be, I should love to learn of my ancestors. Of them. And of the legacy my parents entrusted to me.
Of course, I'm not gonna fucking say no about that, jeez.
Sure, by all means. As it happens, it's on the way to our destination.
Yes. Oh, standing too close to her mom. Sucks that that's how we just leave them be. We just walk away. Actually, where's the oh, there's not one here in this area. Further up. There's no forcing on the basic of short man cat people. Able to not only bond with my parents, but know the joy of sharing a meal with them besides. For that and so much else, I thank you. Oh, we get to pick some materia, which is going to be this one, because that's the only one I can actually use. Onward. Cabin inside the volcano is a place for learning about the Milala's ancient homeland, but I'm hoping it will yield some other information as well. Namely, information on preservation. Scientists who were researching interdimensional fusion. Prior to that, created the Endless. As living memory is likely their own creation, also their creation. I expect they would carefully curate any details concerning themselves, but I wish to keep an eye out nonetheless. All for it, of course, seeing as the key once belonged to the Milala, it couldn't hurt to learn about them. Right then, let's head inside. An ancient ruin, but I suppose it's an illusion as well. Distant past, the Milala abided in peace upon isles of eternal summer. Winter never visited that bountiful land, and the flowers ever bloomed on all the colors of the rainbow. such idyllic days did not last, for just when it seemed the westerly wind had turned cold, the seas suddenly froze over. Fish in the water to the birds in the sky, all of the animals soon perished. This unnatural weather continued with seemingly no end, and one by one the Malala fell until the death toll was beyond counting. Those who lived still could do naught but pray as they huddled together for precious warmth. Malala are the keepers of a mighty relic passed down through the ages. While it has the appearance of a crystal, by whose hand it was wrought is unknown. When a great calamity froze their isles, the speaker, their spiritual leader, fervently prayed to the relic for salvation. In answer to their prayers, the relic opened for them a golden path, one that shone like the light of dawn, and through it they fled into a new land. That's how they entered the ninth reflection. Since ancient times, the Malala have excelled in calculations. By using formulae and figures to represent all natural phenomena, they succeeded in devising a unique system of magic. This gift proved invaluable in their new homeland, where they employed their calculations to etch arcane circuits upon the ore, which later came to be known as electrope. Through this ingenious technique, electrope was transformed into a tool that could not only store lightning, but convert it into energy of any element. So they invented electrope. And the mention of weaving arcane symbols and stuff reminds me of arcanistry, one of the magic schools of magic in this game. Esteemed for their excellence in the study of electrope, the Malala were favored by the rulers of many a nation. Some among them have attempted to invoke the power of their ancient relic to return to their homeland, but their efforts were to no avail. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Eventually, the relic came to be forgotten, and some now question whether it actually had existed. Well, it unfortunately does exist, and Sphene has it. Now watch the main quest tells me to actually go to all those panels I just went to. Quite a mystical atmosphere in here. Is this what the Malala homeland was like? Ding ding, correct. It's a robot. What's going on? The ancient home of the Malala people is recreated here in exacting detail thanks to the marvel of electrope. The scale alone has been adjusted in order to accommodate folk of all proportions. But I've neglected to introduce myself. I am the guide for this facility, the Steps of the Speaker. It shall be my pleasure to assist you as you embark upon your educational journey. You're in a guide? How considerate. Right then, as we wander around, if there's something we do not understand, we'll be certain to ask you. Incorrect. Visits to our facility take the form of a quizzed tour, so the correct answer is follow the instructions of your guide. That's yours truly. Like a pain in the ass. Sure, it'll be both enlightening and entertaining. Let's have them guide us. Yeah. Very good, madam. I've registered the four of you as visitors. Please proceed for yonder passageway to the chamber beyond. Can't interact with these terminals. if I may have your attention. You stand within a shrine of the Milala, a migrant people who roamed until they found new lands to call their own. What brand of M2? Oh, you mean like the little stick SSD? Ooh, that's, I'm not really sure what to recommend on that night, because I don't know if I ever even picked one good for myself. I've got two in my computer. Because my motherboard can take 3 or 4 of them, I think. I have to look at my system tools or something. At least I think I have 2 of them in there. Basically, I think the only thing I can suggest is just pick one that has a good amount of space on it, so that way you got storage. like if you feel that you need to have like what do I have? I have a terabyte one. Yeah, if you feel that you need to have a terabyte of space, then yeah, just go for whatever's cheap. And within a shrine of the Milala, migrant people who roamed until they found new lands to call their own. According to folklore, they originally hailed from a paradise of eternal summer. Alas, they had no choice but to abandon it when a great calamity froze the very seas. The speaker, their spiritual leader, guided them to safety, and she is enshrined here with the sacred relic she wielded. In this place, they performed rituals dedicated to the dream that one day they might return to their ancestral home. Sacred relic. That must be the key used to initiate interdimensional fusion. Interdimensional fusion? If such wondrous power existed, I can only imagine what great feats it could be used to achieve. Now then, it's time for a history quiz. Here we go. 4 braziers in this room, each of which is accompanied by a panel bearing a statement. If you believe a statement is true, then you must light its brazier by operating the panel. Simple, yes? Without further ado, please nominate a representative and begin. Let's have me do the honors. Yeah, fine. Oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and bloody do it. Long ago, our people dwelled on isles of eternal summer where the flowers ever bloomed, yet eternity did not last, for calamity turned the mountainous waters to barren ice. Yeah? Like that. Cheap is slow? Well, I'm not saying like crazy cheap. Like, I would say something in the $100 range would probably work. I'm doing a quick look on one site, and yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 1 terabyte M2 SSDs that are actually under $100. Probably wouldn't hurt to go for one of those. Well, it's it's what you're gonna have to spend. To me, $100 for one of those kind of hard drives is cheap. Because if you want something bigger than 1 terabyte, then that's when it gets a little too expensive. Looking fervently upon the sacred relic, Speaker opened a portal through which our people fled. However, she alone had to remain behind in order to sustain the power. No. No, this Speaker did not remain behind. Speaker went with them. Owing to our innate gift in arcane calculations, Milala not only transformed Electro into a miraculous tool, but excelled in its study besides. As such, despite originally being outsiders, were favored by the rulers of many a nation. Oh, okay. Can't confirm that one. Lightning threatened the world. Milala turned to our relic once more, invoking its power. We opened a portal and returned to our ancient homeland. No, they didn't. Okay, maybe we actually need to confirm this one then. Okay, so we were supposed to say yes on this, just that the game left it ambiguous that we can't confirm it or not. We know better. We are aware of the existence of shard worlds, umbral calamities, and interdimensional fusion. An event that froze the seas, the fifth umbral calamity comes to mind, which ushered in the age of endless frost. Legends hold that during that age, the entire population of the South Sea Isles vanished overnight. The art of Arcanima, too, traces roots to the calculations of the South Sea Islanders. While we cannot outright conclude that these people were the Malalas, there is at least enough points of similarity to support the theory. Is Thursday more of this? More than likely. Depends on how much of it I can get through between today and tomorrow. If not, then I might play something else. I'm not sure what, though. And no, it's not going to be Octopath Traveler. I'm not in the mood for that. News to your satisfaction, let's move on to the next chamber. Another quiz awaits. How many of these quizzes are there? Excuse me, but that is not a pineapple. That's a bomb. Though I suppose there are such things as pineapple bombs. Oh, hey, there's the Aether Current. What's a pineapple bomb? I think it's a bomb that's in the shape of a pineapple. Yeah, it's a bomb that vaguely resembles a pineapple. Fragmentation bomblet for use against personal and unarmored targets. It's also a drink too. Half ounce of amaretto, 3 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of rum, 1 ounce of Southern Comfort, whatever that is. Coconut rum, ice. Yeah, it's also an alcoholic drink. But yeah, I looked up pineapple bomb on Google, and like the first 2 pictures in the image category kind of resemble the pineapple. But yeah, it was a type of explosive, but now it's a drink. Pineapple bomb almost sexual. Could be taken sexually. I don't know. All the lights have faces. We've come to the most enigmatic location in the museum. While it is known as the Speaker's Rest, everything else remains a mystery. No one knows what purpose it served, not even the Milala themselves. That's rather curious. Isn't it, though? Some have suggested this place is purely the creation of the facility's designer, that it didn't actually exist in the Milala homeland. Generally believed, however, that the adornments upon the walls are masks that represent the emotions of men. That brings us to the final quiz. The question is simple. How many types of masks are there? It's the last one already? Something tells me it's not going to be as simple as it sounds. Please take all the time you require. I shall be here when you are ready with the answer. All 2 there. There's a 3rd. There's a 4th. Say 4. That's a 5th right there, maybe. No, we already counted that one, yeah. Huh. And the correct answer is 4. Damn it, where the hell did I mess up? And that concludes the quiz tour for the steps of the speaker. I thank you for your visit today and eagerly look forward to your next. Oh, okay.
Finished at last. Gods, I'm exhausted.
$40? First off, I unfortunately don't have that kind of money. And, it's 40. It says here it's 139, unless that's what you actually need. Oh, okay. Good thing it actually is PC. I was reading in its description that it's for PlayStation 5, but no, you can totally put that in a PC. It's just PlayStation 5 compatible. Reviews are all right on it, though. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Samsung hard drives are actually are actually pretty good. Oh, this one's a 2 terabyte. Wow. Do you actually need 2 terabytes? Maybe that could be one way you can knock down the price. Maybe aim for like a 1 terabyte one. Yeah, at 100, it's 40 over. Yeah, I see that.
If the legend is true, the Malala were refugees from the source.
1 terabyte is actually more expensive. Oh, that's probably because that one's on sale, I assume, then. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, if that one's on sale, then yeah, definitely go for it if you can. Yeah, and then there, that just confirmed what I just said earlier. The Malala were from the source, went to the ninth reflection, and then...
But what is this relic of theirs that can bridge worlds? Who made it? And to what end?
Much about the key remains shrouded in mystery.
Oh, parents are back.
By augmenting it with Electro, Preservation did succeed in opening a portal. Yet they could never grasp how they had managed to do so, much less the underlying principles of the technology. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, let alone who imbued the key with its power, when they did so, or why. But remember this. The key is a tool, and like all tools, in and of itself, it is a force for neither good nor evil.
Yeah, it's the person who uses the tool that determines its use.
Once taken in hand, however, its capacity for both is made plain. In delivering one man, it may doom another, making a lie of its bearer's every good intention.
As did Preservation, Queen Sveen seeks to wield the key in the name of those she loves. And in so doing, makes her people party to the destruction of countless souls. We have told you all we can. To be able to share this with you at the last, it feels as though we fulfilled our purpose.
You've come to shut down the terminal.
Yes, we have. But perhaps there's another way, one that doesn't require the terminal's deactivation.
Kinda too late for that, Kryl.
For the longest time, we've sought a means to erase ourselves before our knowledge could be used for ill. And in you, we have found it.
Yeah, I just got an invite to play Counter-Strike 2. This, my friend list. Even have Counter-Strike. Oh, I see. It's someone from from a certain group.
So press on. Press on, and don't look back.
I will. May I ask you one last question?
Of course, my dear.
The earring. Why did you leave it with me?
Because, Kryl, we wanted to see you again. This may seem self-serving, but we wanted to leave a trace of ourselves with you. A hint to guide you to us, so that we could live in hope.
We've dreamed of this day for so long, but now that it's become reality, we wonder if we deserve to enjoy it. We wanted naught but the best for you, yet we've always wondered how much you might have suffered in our absence.
Do not torment yourselves so. As fate would have it, you entrusted me to a good man. His name is Galuf, and he raised me as his own. What's more, I've been blessed with the finest comrades anyone could have.
Indeed.
It's thanks to you that I am here now, hale and happy. So please, be at peace. Be at peace. Mother. Father.
You already have a beautiful name, but if we might call you by the one we gave you?
Oh.
Maya. Our dearest Maya. We love you more than life itself.
Maya. My name is Maya.
There's Kryl's real name. She'll probably still want to be called Kryl, though. For story's sake.
Are you sure about this? You can leave the terminal to us, you know.
No, I must do this. Kryl, Maya, Baldessian must press on. Press on and... Farewell, Mother. Farewell, Father.
Farewell.
There's Vista. Steps of the Speaker. Set of spiral walkways hold records of Malala history and culture, though their ancestral origin is seemingly unknown. Mask-like decorations in the main hall are said to represent the reverence, adoration, and joy inspired by the presence of the Speaker, the title given to the Malala spiritual leader. There's right, no, it's further up. This direction. Been anxious ever since I chose to accompany you to Thrall. I was afraid of what I might discover. Perhaps I'd learn nothing, or worse, that my parents didn't love me. Now I know the truth, and I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I took up Pictomancy, and I'm glad I mustered up the courage to say that I wanted to join you. Thank you for trusting me with your life and walking with me all this way. Well, that's all I wanted to say. I'll see this through. Rather, we'll see this through together. Oh, I guess we're not going that way. Oh, we're going all the way back to here. Okay. Oh, okay. This actually leads to the terminal. Okay. We're going to take a side. We're going to take a little detour. We're going to go into that hole right there. Suppose for map completion's sake, we'll swerve into here. That just has a round globe in it. Put it. It's floating, actually. Gonna go to the very tip of this place for that, for another Aether current. Yeah, there it is. There. That's the 3 in this section. There's 2 more left, but they're in the later section. Or the last section that we'll probably be visiting. This area. told me all. I'm glad Cryle could bid her parents a proper farewell. And then to ask this question for the second to last time. Ready to shut down the terminal? Yeah, as painful as it's gonna be. Gotta shut it down in order to progress the story.
You know how to do it.
I do.
Volcano's dormant now. Rip. Another barren wasteland. And of course, that unlocks 2 new quests, and they both seem to unlock something, so there's that. Quickly check on the Meso terminal, so I'll meet you at the Gate of Remembrance. Before we do that, we'll go tend to these 2. Looks like they both unlock an aether current, so they're worth doing. Lost child and paging service suspended until further notice. Oh, that sucks. Up is this restless Milala. You, yes, you, with the weapon. Pardon my candor, but you must accompany me to Matchlock Menagerie this instant. No, I'm not asking you for a leisurely outing. I'm asking you to save the innocent lives. Despite a trio of volcanic scorpions stalking after some defenseless animals. If I tried to vanish and allow the scorpions to prey on those creatures, I'd never forgive myself. Just wants us to go beat up some creatures within that area that we just teleported away from. Oh, this is gonna be a long trip. Long, depressing trip because now everything's shut down. Yeah, I can't even read those terminals anymore. That wall's not lit up anymore either. Beer's still floating, so there's that. Oh, no, that's where we're supposed to go. Turn around. There you go. Tiny critters as we speak. Oh, he's determined to help the little ones. We gotta save him from these violent scorpions. Ah, there we go. There's a group of them right there. The end of me. That took every drop of courage I could muster. Thankfully, the little ones managed to escape without a scratch. How to find them and lead them to the entrance before the other scorpions catch us in their sights. You, my weapon-wielding friend, are a lifesaver. I realize this all escalated rather quickly, but performed admirably under pressure. It was nothing. Tell the truth, I have a bit of a history with those scorpions. In my previous life, I was tasked with introducing new and exciting creatures into Matchlock Menagerie that our guests might know the wonders of the animal kingdom. As one might expect, the prospect of scorpions posed a great risk, and we often argued with the upper management as to whether keeping them would be worth the cost. In the end, however, the menagerie's curator ordered us to take them in. Supposedly, scorpion-based vodka was a popular delicacy in Alexandria before the war. The higher-ups sought to recreate those drinks and share them with the masses by the way of a new exhibit. Time passed, and I finally returned as an endless, only to discover the menagerie in shambles. Those thrice-damned scorpions had the run of the place now. I should have argued against the curator's plans when I had the chance. Should never have agreed to that terrible exhibit. No matter how hard I tried to let things go, those pangs of regret never abated. So when I spotted those innocent creatures wandering into the menagerie, I felt obligated to return, to save what little I could. Thanks to you, my conscience is clear, and our fuzzy new friends are none the worse for wear. He rescued some capybaras. Good man. Did these two originally belong to the menagerie? Must have, but I don't recall bringing in such precious pups. Perhaps one of my associates introduced them after I left. Regardless, I can rest easy in the knowledge that these two will each have each other, even when I'm long gone. I should be able to escort them to safety from here. I have my deepest gratitude, and presumably theirs as well. Another Aether Current unlocked. Two more left. Two more land ones and two more quest ones. Thankfully, here's one of the quest ones. That means the last quest one's probably in here. Hosted engineer. Blueprint protocol. Wanted was relaxing reprieve in Opal Springs. I never thought it would come to this. Misplaced something precious to me, you see, a set of blueprints. I suspected I'd dropped them on my way to the springs, but the terminal suddenly shut down as I was retracing my steps. So absorbed in my search I couldn't even vanish with the others. Forgive me my boldness, but you seem a generous sort, and I'm sorely in need of help. Find what I'm after, and I'll make it worth your while. For my soak, I paid a visit to the Arena of Valor, so I'll leave that area to you. For my part, I plan to secure the springs one more time. I don't like how they're actually aware of the fact that they're supposed to be... they're supposed to have disappeared. Means the fact that they've forgotten something is still keeping them bound. Much like an actual ghost. Finding familiars. Wood versus solid gold. Will Malala tradition triumph, or will modernity make its mark in this monumental match? Far cry from what we're after. Need a frigid treat to beat the heat? Shocking all your taste buds with volcanic lightning, a new flavor of frozen delight that's got customers asking, how can something so hot be so cool? Though the ice cream sounds dangerously delightful, this advertisement makes no mention of anything remotely architectural. Exactly. Thank you for cricket tuning in, Lord Zatu. I appreciate it. How you doing tonight? Ooh, detailed documentation, and it's as long as I am. Massive tower crowned with a statue of a golden woman is mapped out in painstakingly detail. These appear to be blueprints to the Meso Terminal. Blueprints likely belong to the exhausted engineer. It'd be best to return to Opal Springs and deliver them to her. Hey, blueprints for the Meso Terminal are kind of valuable right about now, since we're trying to get into the Meso Terminal. I was going to try to ally route, but haven't pushed yourself. Push yourself enough. I see. .1 is going to be the 12th, not the 17th. Yeah, it's possible that it could be the 12th, because that's usually when they drop their patches. That's usually when they turn the servers off for a while to do updates and whatnot. I think it could be later. I remember reading in the live letter it might be later. Lodestone right now. The special site. That would probably give us our answer. Yeah, November 12th. Literally says on the special site, so. Yeah, so on Tuesday it's gonna be 7.1. Oh dear. I hope I can get through the rest of the MSQ by then. Of course, I mean there's not gonna be anything bad about it. Like it'll just take it'll just be more story after the story. Every nook and cranny for those blueprints, but not found a single scattered sheet. Yeah, I found them. They're right here. I kind of want to keep them though. And a few of the housing updates. Yeah, I've heard some about the housing updates that are pretty nice. Just knew I dropped these on my stroll. Thank you ever so much for retrieving them. When we first began development on the Mezzo terminal, I drafted these blueprints for its design. If you believe it, the finished product is the work of yours truly. Well, to be fair, the concept wasn't entirely my own making. I have Milala folklore to thank for its creation. According to said folklore, we Milala were refugees from another world. Our ancestors once lived in a sun-kissed paradise by the sea. That is, until those very seas began to freeze and calamity engulfed everything in its path. Under the protection of the Great Speaker, my ancestors were guided to this world and left in their homeland a towering statue of their savior. The Speaker was a compassionate and selfless soul, sacrificing all she had to save her people. Not unlike Queen Sphene, no? The legend of the Speaker is my inspiration. I incorporated Her Majesty's beauteous visage into the top of the terminal, forever at the heart of our city. A flawless idea, if I do say so myself. I gave everything, my passion, my time, my love for country, to see these blueprints given shape. They aren't merely pieces of parchment, they're my life's work, personified. And I nearly left them to rot in the arena of valor. I would be laughing this off if I weren't so furious myself. What's important is that you brought them back, and I owe you a great debt. At this rate, I may never meet Her Majesty face to face. All I can do now, all I wish to do now, is gaze upon her glorious image before I fade away. You have my thanks, stranger. May fortune favor you always. I was hoping they actually left behind the blueprints. There, now we just got to get one more quest-related one. I think now we're exploring this little section, the Wind's Path Gardens. As I can tell, we still have some leeway with the Mezzo terminal. Meaning you can carry on getting to know the Endless in the last zone. Wind's Path Gardens is called, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. That's where your memories are stored, yes? That's right. I left it for last so I could guide you for as long as possible. Very thoughtful of me, yes? Oh, a great idea just occurred to me. What? What might that be? I'll save it for after we arrived on the other side. See you there. Great ideas are generally less than great. Hey, Aaronville. As much as I want to grant your mother her wish, I also want to respect yours. All said and done, I want you to be happy. I hope you know this. I know. No. He isn't only his mother, she's his mentor as well. That can only make it harder for him to say goodbye. Let's go. For now, we keep doing what we've been doing, seeking out Endless and learning what's dear to them. Yes. Sanctuary of Exploration and Discovery. Oh, they're not even gripping the line, God. My robe is clipping into my face.
If I could have everyone's attention, I know we have pressing business, but I'd like to say a few words. Before I died, I had 2 wishes. The first was to see who my Elameshpia would become. I would say that wish has been fulfilled. Indeed, it has. For the boy who once shunned company has returned a somewhat sociable man, surrounded by wonderful friends. As his mother and mentor both, I couldn't be more proud.
He's totally blushing.
As for my second wish, that was to see all manner of nature that I had never seen before. I hoped to explore every corner of the world and there find thriving life. But I didn't even get to see all of Tural, did I? Never enough hours in a day, or days in a year, or years in a life.
Kiwa.
Oh, don't give me that look. Though, admittedly, I did go and spoil the mood. Apologies. What I was so poorly trying to work up to asking was this. I want you to help me fulfill my second wish. I have a good feeling about this place. There is so much here I've never seen before, I just know it.
We'd love to see it with you.
I thought you might say that. Thank you. Windspath Gardens is home to a collection of flora and fauna that once thrived on the continent. Like the rest of living memory, I haven't explored it in earnest. Controlling my vessel demanded all of my attention. But at long last, I'll get to meet the creatures here. Wrap things up with a perfect little adventure. So, shall we?
Absolutely not.
What?
We're to grant you your wish, and then what? You'll leave. You cannot ask that of me.
Oh, Alan Neshpia. Please understand. I just wanted to end on a happy note. Not only for myself, but for all of us. Better that than a sad goodbye, surely.
Set, let's begin our adventure. Naturally, we'll go about this. Feel free to continue befriending Endless, and be sure to absorb the delightful scenery. Where are these ones? One is like somewhere here, and then another one is further up. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just walk over to them. Oh, this will give us time to actually explore the area. Ah, there it is. Come to attune as well. I should attune to that aetherite as well. She's brainstorming. Well, father? On the cusp of a breakthrough, why not ask your mother? Poor kid. Let's go get your ice cream. Yeah, they just keep repeating. Oh. Poor kid's never gonna get her ice cream at this point. That's attuned. Let's see if we can actually get into that upper area. Yeah, probably just have to go in there. The map, it should be like right around on this corner here where my mouse is. Oh, that's a long drop. I was gonna jump over, but no, that's probably going to kill me. This should be fine though. Yeah, it was only 20,000 HP. Animals are quite friendly. Ah, there's our last Eiffel current. Museum of Nature. There. Now we just have to complete the one quest that unlocks the last current and we can fly in this area. Since we're down here. Oh. The trees are electrified. Ah, that's the terminal right there. $50K, we're good. There, I'm back. I just had to touch some glowy green blobs. Particular garden is called Blooms of Discovery. Beautiful, isn't it? This is a long camera pan. Absolutely stunning. And they are all actual plants? They are indeed. These specimens were brought here hundreds of years ago for conservation, as the calamity had pushed them to the brink of extinction. zone is like a great conservatory. Precisely, my dear Kryle. Here you'll find flora and fauna, the likes of which no longer exist elsewhere. The thought just set your heart aflutter? Suppose. Expect that some creatures I encountered outside Tyrol may have cousins in this world. While I'm no expert on life in the reflections, it would make for an interesting study to compare them. That it would. There's an idea. Leave it to my pupil to think up such. Here we have not only a world's traversing adventurer and a veteran gleaner, but a pair of Charlene's finest scholars besides. Veritable gathering of inquisitiveness, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it. And then we'll select this, because that's the only one of those that I can actually use. Not that I even use them. Creatures here do indeed appear to resemble those at Eorzea. Such was the case in the first two. Yep. Search of discovery. Begin with, I'd like you to scout out the vicinity and report back with any points of note. It's a good opportunity to speak with the locals. They're bound to be familiar with the area after all. Elanyashpa suggested it would be interesting to compare the creatures here with those native to the source. Never ventured outside of Tyrol, so I look forward to your insights. Leave it at us. I've only ever been to Charlene myself, but I like to think I know interesting when I see it. It looks like I shouldn't even have bothered to actually, like, travel on my own, because the MSQ is forcing me to do just that. Up the trunk, see the plants within capsules? These are species that either can't survive in Wind's Path Gardens or would become invasive and disrupt the ecosystem. Capsules recreate the conditions they require from tropical to frigid climes while keeping them isolated. In this way, any and all plant life can be preserved forever, just like ourselves. That means these capsules that are all over the place. They got plants in them that can't live. Observation point. Timberman. See a creature wandering about that resembles the treants native to the Twelveswood. Yeah, that's this guy. Totally not a reskin or just a duplicate. They totally did not copy-paste the tree people from Gridania and just plopped them in here. Your observation point. Flower Garden appears to be meticulously maintained, if not by Endless, then by machines. You know that even the water here is created using electrope? The initial product is too pure though, and adjustments have been made so the composition resembles what's found in the natural environment. That's just one of the many things to do to create the ideal conditions for these plants to thrive. I don't know what's become of the world outside the barrier, but I should like to visit a lovely spot such as this in the real life. Speaking of lovely spots, have you been at the top of this lookout here? It's a great vantage point, and there's even a food stall in case you're hungry. Ancestors aren't actually Alexandrian, but hailed from a place called Con de Petit. Has some unique customs there. For instance, when greeting someone, you had to say lolly ho in a spirited manner. Our settlement was also famous for a gigantic tree that grew nearby. It was so enormous that it stood at the base, the roots covering the ground where it went beyond the horizon. The terminal here at Windspath Gardens is apparently inspired by that very tree. The Ifa tree, its name was. May not be real, but it's nice to have it as a memento for prosperity. Damn, he knows how to lolly-ho. I shall lolly-ho too. Oh, we have to drive all the way back to where she is. Oh, this is a sanctuary. Hang on, hold. Oh no, it's not a sanctuary. Yeah, we still survived. Only 53,000 damage. The arboretoriums of Charlian imitate natural environs. This place has the feel of an exhibit. In that sense, the word gardens does suit it well. Beast I had never seen before. Welcome back, Craig. Kral has just delivered to me a most fascinating report. You have some engaging impressions to share, I hope? Yeah. Recognize trees from this place, and someone apparently is a dwarf. Most fascinated by the ambulating trees. While there are similar creatures in Urkopaka, could you tell me more about these treants as you know them? They like to hurl acorns at you, exploding ones. They're native to the 12's Wood, where they prey upon even wolves. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So, to maintain the ecosystem here, I imagine that these creatures that serve as their prey. Management of ecosystems. That calls to mind Labyrinthios, does it not? That it does. Unless you wonder, Labyrinthios is a storage facility deep beneath Charlian that contains a recreation of a temperate climate zone. Such a place exists? Amazing. Why, did anyone also catch sight of a large scalekin? Large scalekin, you say? What does it look like? Nothing I've seen before, but it has a rodent-like form and walks on all fours. Looks like a rodent, wouldn't that make it a beastkin? No, it's covered in scales, ones that appear to mimic succulent plants. By that, I would definitely classify it as a scalekin. It's hard to say for certain without seeing it. Why don't you show me? Well, it was in a flower field earlier and should still be near. Find it, we'll see who's right. If you should come along and be our witnesses. Spot a beast resembling the XIV you encountered in the first. That's the one there. See, at a glance, it certainly has the look of both scalekin and beastkin. Examine it more closely, shall we? Tell me your observations. It has a pointy snout, covered in plant-like scales. Also, the first thing you notice, it is there the scales are for hiding in foliage. There you go. Study it, I believe that the scales upon its back are in fact a unique form of hide. Rather than being shed, it grows with the creature. Maybe right. If we consider that along with other characteristics such as face and hands, it's more likely to be a beastkin like you said. This whole examination would be needed to confirm this beyond doubt, but I'm satisfied simply to have seen it. You alone were familiar with the species. Where did you encounter it? On the first shard. The fairy kingdom of the first? Rick has been to the very edge of existence. He has seen life that others could only imagine. Amazing. Creation truly holds no end to mysteries. Oh, I'd love to see them all. The life beyond the bounds of our star and plane both. It's like we're having fun. Hearing about the unknown never fails to rouse me. I feel the same way with Hetnrim and Galuf treated me to tales of their travels. You've met my grandfather too? Oh, didn't I already mention it? It was when Galuf came to Tyrol to investigate the Golden City. I happened to have business with Galujaja, so we met in Tuliol. And she met Kryl. Little did I know that the tiny babe he was cradling would return as you. Think that our paths have already crossed all these years ago. Only yours and mine either, unless Spell was there too, you know. I don't remember. It's quite fine if you don't. She was probably pregnant with him at the time. It was actually because Galuf told me about Charlene that later urged Elenspia to take up gleaning. My fussy bun was growing up dour and withdrawn. It was when I was at my wit's end that I recalled your grandfather's story about gleaners. Seeing the world through their adventures would inspire a change for the better, I believed. I'm sorry I was dour and withdrawn. Ask me, you still have some work to do. But it's because you're that way that you're with us now, and I, for one, am grateful. Well, let's keep moving, shall we? This facility I've been wanting to visit, the Claria Museum of Nature. We're supposed to have creatures that take you on leisure flights. Just one problem, it seems only 3 people can fly at one time. You and Aaronville should go. The rest of us still have plenty of other things we could do here. For one more, why don't you come with us, Crick? Yeah, sure. And it's settled. The museum is at the bottom of the ramp that runs to west of Leynode Arrow. That's right, I'm that lazy. Nice. Wait, we hit the the on-ramp. So we didn't take as much damage. Now there's a line of capybaras. Wish that bike could change its color to fit your outfit's primary color. That'd be pretty sweet. Like if you can dye them or something like that. They look like you could probably like change the color on them. Mewaprias? Name for them. Main building is closed due to the Aether shortage, but happily they're still offering leisure flights. These are the fellows that will bear us. How adorable. Don't look capable of flight. Come now, you know better than to judge a creature by its appearance. This will be great, I just know it. We're gonna fly on capybaras. Oh, I see. This quest unlocks the Aether current that I need. The last one I need. Which makes sense because we're going to be flying. Where you can go on leisure flights, yes. It is. Bearing you will be our adorable Mewaprias, who are especially trained by a Turali friend. Just say the word and we'll send you up, up, and away. There you have it, shall we then? Fly a set route, so you only need to relax and enjoy the view. And there we go. We're flying on capybaras. Flying with formation, don't we look like migrating birds? I said that it's the 5th reflection. I was under the impression it was the 9th. Because that's kind of what I read about it on the Final Fantasy wiki. But hey, if Yoshi P says it's the 5th, then yeah, that's the 5th shard. Okay. Could be wrong. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was reading it earlier when I was at the point with Kryle's parents, reading up on the Milala lore. That's all good. Yeah, I suspected it was the 9th. It was wonderful, an experience worth saving for the very end. You enjoyed yourselves as well, I trust? Yes. Enjoyable enough, I suppose. From my fussy bun, that's high praise. I'm glad I invited you and Crick. Thank you for indulging me. I could go for another 100 rides, but I must settle for this one. Time we headed to the Aero Terminal. If there's still things you wish to do, you'll want to do them now. You ready? Make your way along the path yonder. I'll find the others and let them know the same. Okay. Only a facsimile constructed from her memories. I understand this. She's right there, as alive a spirit as I ever known her. How am I supposed to do it? How am I supposed to erase her? Does she even know how it tears me apart? There was much else left to look at here, unless we were allowed to go into the stupid museum, but I'm not seeing the ability to do that. All the mobs will still be around. They unfortunately do not disappear when we shut down the terminal. Just the people walking around in it. Not fair. Yeah. It's indeed not fair.
How delightful this has been. Not since my journey with the Dawn Servant have I enjoyed myself so. No, I'm selling it short. This was even better. And that's because I was able to share this adventure with my darling boy. Well, this is as far as I can go. As for the rest...
Just stop. You're doing it again. Deciding everything by yourself, and then disappearing.
Eleneshpia, you're my pupil, so you ought to understand. Everything that lives must one day die, and that which has died isn't meant to return. This is the way of nature. Mine is an unnatural existence, and I've suffered it only because I had to unmake this twisted mausoleum. But now that brave souls have appeared to whom I might entrust my mission, I may finally embrace the end. Can't you be happy for me?
How could I be happy?
I was actually quite scared, you see. Scared that I'd be trapped inside the barrier forever and denied the thrill of discovery for all my days. Your coming gave me courage and comfort, Eleneshpia. More than you know. And now here I stand, unburdened and free. In this moment, the happiest of my life.
Those feelings will live on.
As you wish, Mother. I'll continue what you began. You were right, of course. Leaving home has broadened my horizons. I've met my friends and found this place. So I bid you leave your dreams with me. And no, I'll go where you couldn't go, and do what you couldn't do. I will.
Look at you. All grown up and dependable. Yet with so much more ahead. A world of experiences await you, each a lesson of its own. You may know failure and burning regret, but these too shall become beacons to guide you. So come what may, hold your head high and carry on with conviction. And wherever your journeys take you, keep me close to your heart, will you? I should like to be there, to see what I haven't seen.
You will be, Mother.
Oh, now she's crying.
Now, run along. And never forget that you're my pride and joy. I trust you all can handle the rest. Take care, and farewell.
Rip.
that makes all of them.
All that remains is to wait for the meso-terminal to become vulnerable when it's about to initiate fusion. And then we strike.
Oh.
Please be advised, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. Repeat, we are entering the final phase of world bridging. The ether of all residents will shortly be replenished. Be at ease. No action on your part is required. We thank you for your patience.
Wait, it's already begun?
There. Now we can fly in the area. There we go. The final quest. Unfortunately, didn't unlock any other quests. Oh, we can fly now because it's a long-ass walk. What class am I aiming for the story? I only have Pictomancer level to 100 at the moment. I would go to Summoner, but then I need to grind 10 whole levels to get it to 100, so... It's probably just easier for me to stay as Pictomancer. And I've pretty much been playing Pictomancer for the whole thing. Actually, it's probably faster just to teleport. Yeah, I am enjoying Pictomancer. Now the sound's even sadder. The music just turned to a very sad note. Makes sense because the entire place is pretty much dead. Anyway. Leveled up Viper, that, Pictomancer. Nice. Yeah. Would be nice to bring this back, but yeah, no, story says it all has to die. Kind of the opposite of what happened at Endwalker. Yeah. Anyway, as much as I would like to trudge along with this last stretch, I unfortunately am past my 3-hour limit. Or what I usually do on the Sunday streams. And it is starting to get pretty late for me, even I do have the day off tomorrow, but we'll have plenty of time to do the rest of this tomorrow for sure. Let's take a moment. Cool, I don't have to repair anything. Double check my containers. Oh. Wait. My retainer gave me a wash basin. An elegant standalone sink for washing up before dinner, and you will wash up for before dinner. Joke's on you, I won't install it in my house. And this one just gave me pants. Maiming pants. Alright. Yeah. That is going to be the end of the stream for tonight, because it is getting pretty late for me. There will be a stream tomorrow because I got tomorrow off due to Remembrance Day, where I believe, yeah, which the plan is we're gonna keep playing some Final Fantasy 14 until I finish this the last bit of Dawntrail, and maybe if there's time we'll play something else. Maybe I might. Well, I'm not sure what I would play. Maybe we'll just play some more retro games or something like that until I can think of something new to play. So yeah, there'll be a stream tomorrow. Do stick around though, because I would like to send you guys on a raid, which I kind of want to raid Rare Gangster. I always like to raid Rare. I just find just you feel I feel welcome when I raid her. I do see Jimbles is on, but he's playing Baldur's Gate. I'm kind of more in the mood to raid Rare. Maybe Jimbles is on tomorrow. We'll give him a raid. We're gonna raid Rare Gangster. She's doing her. Oh, she's doing a Romina Hitless Room Level 1 challenge in Elden Ring. She likes to do a lot of challenge runs in Elden Ring. So if you have a interest in that sort of thing, then she's definitely a streamer to watch. So feel free to join in on that raid. I'm sure she'd appreciate it, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So again, next stream will be tomorrow, which will start around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll continue playing some Final Fantasy 14. Try to finish off the rest of Dawntrail. So with all that said, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good night. Hope to see you all tomorrow. And please enjoy Rare Gangster.